Yo, what is up, guys? This has been long anticipated. Today's my settings video. It's been a long time coming, but I figured with the new map out, tournaments popping and everything, and I've kind of gotten used to what I like, I'm gonna go through my settings with you guys right now. Okay, so first of all, we got my button layout. This is probably the most important thing in my whole settings. This is going to be a little bit different to everybody else. I actually play bumper jumper tactical. This is different from what probably you guys are used to. Most people use a scuff or a battle beaver or something like that. I actually jump with L1 here. And then throw my tactical grenades with the X button if you're on PS4 or A if you're on Xbox. This basically just allows you to jump shot and drop shot without having extra paddles or a scuff or anything. So I use that. Stick layout, just default. And then next up, dead zones. This, I don't really... I change these around a lot depending on how much stick drift I have. This just works specifically with my controller right now. So that's not too important. This is kind of like you tailor it to your own personal controller. But next up, we got a horizontal stick sensitivity 6, vertical stick sensitivity, again, 6. You'll notice that most of the Warzone players play between 5 and 8. I would say some like to venture a little higher. But yeah, I'd say 6 is a pretty happy average. The only difference for me is my ADS sensitivity multiplier is 0.65. This is much lower than a lot of people. But I find that having a lower ADS sensitivity means you can be more precise, much more accurate when you're aiming in, especially with the scopes on like LMGs and stuff. And at long range, you're much more efficient, especially on controller. And because it's already quite slow when you're looking left and right, aim assist seems to make you stick a lot harder as well. So yeah, lower ADS seems to be the meta for me personally. Aim response curve type dynamic. I watched the whole video, and I'm sure you guys can find the video on YouTube about all the different types of aim response curve, but dynamic seemed to be the one that had the most consistent aim assist over like different ranges and like sustained shooting, and it's ever since I switched to it, it's worked, so I've just kept that. So I would suggest that. I've tried a few other things like on here with just the regular aim assist. I tried precision, that doesn't really work with the aim response time. Standard seems to be the second best. It's alright, but I would get used to dynamic if I were you guys. Next up, controller vibration. I would definitely have this off. I don't see how this is ever going to benefit you. Maybe it's a more immersive experience, but if you're trying to be the best player you can be, your controller shaking while you're trying to shoot is not going to help with the little mini adjustments while you're aiming and running. It's just really is not. Scale aim assist with FOV. This is one that a lot of people get confused about. I had this on, and it seems to work for me really well. A lot of people, when they don't have it on, end up playing better when they do turn it on. I know some people have it off, but I would definitely suggest having this on. Obviously, this is a lot of these PC settings. This stuff, I don't really ever pay attention to much of this, so it's just there if you want to copy it, and it's not that important. The only stuff I will say is obviously, I mean, aim down sight behavior, hold, that's kind of standard. But equipment behavior being hold and use reload behavior being holding contextual tap right there, as you'll see on the screen. This is the best settings for Warzone. For multiplayer, I would not suggest this. It's actually only helpful for Warzone. It's just the best way to loot, interact with like vehicles and stuff in the most efficient way, so that you loot the fastest and interact with your environment the fastest without getting stuck. And it also means you can reload without picking up guns off the floor and stuff. Again, it's pretty much the opposite. You want to have it literally the other way around in multiplayer, but for Warzone, this is absolutely perfect. Armor plate behavior, definitely apply one. If you apply all, a lot of the time you get stuck just putting plates on in the middle of gunfights. Putting on one at a time, it's very easy. You just hold it down if you want to put all the plates on, or if you know you're about to have a gunfight, you can just take your finger off the button and bam, you're ready for a gunfight. Easy. Slide behavior being on tap, that's how you slide cancel, obviously easy. Auto move forward, this is just W key mode basically. I don't find this very helpful. It actually messes up a lot of positioning, so I wouldn't suggest that. Tactical sprint, the auto tac sprint, I started using this actually, and I think it's made me a better player. I never vouched for it. I always said it wasn't the one. And the whole of Verdansk, actually, I didn't use it. But I recently put it on, and I feel like my movement on the whole and my pace around the map is a lot better. So I would definitely suggest that's something to get used to. If you like shotguns, maybe not the best thing to use. But I don't know. I mean, not many people use shotguns right now, with the meta being the MP40. I guess you have the akimbo shotguns, but they're going to get nerfed anyway, so I wouldn't mess with that too much. But yeah, auto attack sprint, definitely something worth getting used to. Parachute auto deploy, I mean, if you have bad connection or a bit of an issue with pulling your chute, I guess, then maybe have it enabled. But I feel like all the top tier players have this disabled because you can pull a lot closer to the ground. Like those times when there's a guy on the floor below you and you're flying in at him, you're going to want to pull your chute as close to the ground as possible. The auto deploy pulls quite high above the ground, and then you're just a slow moving target floating in towards someone. You're a free lick in the sky, so I would take this off. And just get better at pulling your chute late, I guess. But if, like I said, if you're lagging or you have a lot of trouble with pancaking, then leave this enabled, I suppose. I think that's about everything controller-wise, to be honest. I think I'm going to make a separate video with my audio settings because I have different audio to everybody. You guys probably hear it in my gameplays on stream if you watch me. And I'll make another video for that. My settings for audio actually work really, really well in Caldera, as I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard. So maybe we'll make that into another video. And again, probably another video of my graphic settings, but this is just my controller setup. So yeah, try it out. I'm sure a lot of this stuff will be helpful for you guys. And yeah, you can just put on what I use and go tear with it. And yeah, let me know how you guys get on with it in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like. And if you're new, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one.